Okay, part two. Let's finish off this lovely, lovely sparkle on the water, okay? Right, so I'm just going to continue where I left off the last time and just put a few little highlights in, okay? I'm going to take a small pointy brush with some white, and I need to get some cerulean blue as well. So I'm going to just start putting in some small, lighter shades of blue first, okay? Just for some highlights. And then finally, we'll go right on to our bright white sparkly colours. Now, there's just a few which I see. Now, this is probably a little bit too big for this. Okay, so I'm just going to pop one or two. Yes, that's actually too big. Let me get a smaller brush. Very small pointy brush, okay? Let's wet that and let's go in here and get some of this light blue. Now, I can see there's kind of a little piece going along like that. And then there's these little, just small little shimmers on the water. Now, you probably can't see this very well right now, but you will. This will all make sense very soon, okay? Now, I'm going to just take that and I'm going to rub it off with my hand. Look, just allow it to disappear off. So you can see now just that little small little highlight there made a huge difference, didn't it? Now, we have another one or two here. And you can see the way I'm just dragging it across the canvas and letting it just disappear. Just drag it across. I'm going to go up here, then I'm going to put another one or two along here. Now, you might not notice a huge difference in this, but with every little brush stroke you make, you're going to see a tiny, tiny little difference. Okay? So let's just soften those away. And, you know, you can just kind of go around now and have a look and see if you can spot any little brights anywhere. Just take a bit more white with a little bit more blue. So I have a very light blue here now on my brush. And it's just really to kind of capture the light. Okay, now let's just have a bit of fun with this. Just have a bit of fun, okay? Couple of little dabs here and there. And this is only just a medium lighter shade I'm doing, okay? I will be going right in here now very soon with some very, very bright whites. I just want to get some of this lighter stuff done first, just to create a little more movement in the water. You see what I mean? Just to kind of follow some of those. Give them that little touch of light. Now, it's not a huge difference, I admit, but look, slowly, bit by bit, okay? As I said in the last tutorial, part one, just a little bit at a time, just to build it up, that's all. See, just like so, just a little touch of it here and there. And all those small little differences will make a huge difference in the end. Now I'm going to go up and just start putting a few of those on top of some of these. And you see, when I'm putting them on, I'm just rubbing them with my finger just gently. Now what I'm going to do next is get my palette knife. I'm going to go up to the top and start putting all this bright whiteness in up there. I'm going to take some titanium white and a hint of Naples yellow, okay? I want a very bright, luminous kind of a white, okay? So that should give me what I need. Let's just try it and see, yes? Okay, a little roll of paint on the edge of the knife. And let's go up here and just allow the canvas to drag that paint off, okay? Now, as I run out of paint, I'm moving my palette down towards the canvas more and more, just to get every little bit of paint. You see what I mean? Then we'll start adding a little bit of a sharper edge to it, just here and there. Now already you can see that has like a touch of a shimmer, doesn't it? I'm just keeping it along the center, and I could even hit and miss in some parts. Now I'll stop there for a moment to just take a look. You can already start to see that lovely shimmer come into effect. Now as it goes up higher, I'm going to just cover a lot more of it, okay? And almost pretty much covering everything towards the top. So you can see then it almost just disappears into the horizon, doesn't it? Right up into the sky. Now I'll take more white and another touch of Naples yellow. Give them a good mix with your palette knife, okay? Don't be shy with the mixing. Okay, let's go here. Just along on that side over there. Now, as it comes down, I might start using my brush, but look, for now, I'm just going to add a touch of that color. I'm going to dab it with my palette knife, just the tip of my palette knife. I'm going to just sort of dab it here and there, and I'll show you what I'm going to do next, okay? So just bear with me. We have a little bit of highlight over here on this one, like that. Little touch of it there. And it comes down, then I'm going to create a nice swooping one down here. Okay, just that little highlight there. You can see I'm only really using a tiny bit of paint. I'm not using a huge amount of paint. I'm just dabbing it on first like this. Okay, now I'll stop at that for one moment. Now I'm going to stop and sit back. The next thing I'm going to do is take a fan brush. Now I have two different types. This is a bit of an experiment now, okay? I'm trying this as I go as well. Before I try my fan brush, I'm just going to take some more white and just kind of go along again, along the middle here. Just put a few dabs across. Because I want all the sparkle to show right across the center of the painting, okay? Now, what you can do is sort of pull down slightly, okay? So you're creating tiny little edges. Now you can do it this way, or the way I sometimes like to do it is with my fan brush, right? Just catch the very corner of your fan brush and drag it very gently downwards like this, look. Just drag it down vertically. That gives you a much softer edge. You see? All those tiny little specks of paint that we put on, I'm going to just kind of drag a few of them down. Now I'm also going to do the very same in reverse, so I'm going to do the same upwards. Okay, let me show you. I'm just going to pull a few of those down, then I'm going to do the same upwards from the top. And that's creating this lovely soft effect. You see that soft shimmery effect? Now to be honest, I haven't done this a lot before, okay? So I am actually learning a bit about this as I go. The very same as you. And down here, and just pull it outwards, just creating that tiny bit of sparkle on the water. How's that? Now I will soften them a little bit more. So I'm going to go right down hard with my fan brush, look. Soften them out a little bit more. Just so they're not really strong. Do you understand what I mean? I want to soften them back into the ocean just a bit, just to create only a slight little sparkle. Now, also, what you can do is take just little dabs of white, okay, and go along and put little touches of white like that. Look, just tiny, tiny dots of white here and there. That just gives you that impression of a little bit of sparkle as well in the water. You see, not too much, just a little hint of it here and there on some of those highlights. Just catches your eye, doesn't it? You see, just a touch, one or two, just here and there. And you can just apply a few as well, just to give it a little bit of direction. Look, just like that. And you can do as much or as little of this as you like. It's entirely up to yourself, really. But I really want to capture the light in the center of this picture, okay? Now that's not a bad little sparkle we have going on, is it? It's not too bad at all, I must say. Now to give that some more brightness, I'm going to take some more Naples yellow. So it's nice and creamy, yellowy cream. I'm just going to pop little touches of that. Here and there. I'll put another one or two just here and there. Drag them down ever so gently. And up ever so gently as well. And really, my friends, you know, you can leave it at that or you can keep going. It's up to yourself entirely. Just going to add a little touch more of that brighter colour. The Naples yellow with the white. Just around the middle here. Because I really want to accentuate the highlights around the centre of this painting. Everything is drawn towards the centre of the painting, isn't it? And again, I'll take some of that white and I go up here and just give another dab of that colour, just here and there. Like that. And again, very gently, just drag some of them down. And there we are. Now, I know I probably overdid this slightly, but you know what? I really enjoyed it, and that's all that matters. Isn't that right? And there we are. Some shimmer on the ocean. Now, if I wanted to, I actually could pop 1 or 2 seagulls in there if I wanted to. I still might, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to take a look at the composition and see how it looks from a distance. But yeah, I'm quite happy with all of this, to be quite honest with you. I'm afraid in case I do decide to put seagulls in that I might upset the composition slightly, because it's quite nice as it is, as a subject. I think I might maybe overcrowd it slightly if I start putting in seagulls and that kind of thing. So I might just put 1 or 2 up in the sky up there, just as a bit of an interest. Okay, that's all, nothing else really, just for some interest. Let's take a bit of white. You take off that kind of yellowy white actually, and I go up here and I'm going to pop 1 like that and another 1 like that. Then I'll take some of this dark colour, maybe a bit of that pink, just on the tips of the wings, put a little dark. Okay, just a little bit. And look, it's really, I suppose, it's only for effect, isn't it? That's all it is, my friends, just for effect. I might put 1 more. Just to balance it out, I think 3 is always a good number. Would you agree? I like putting 3 of something in a painting. I just think it looks better. Just looks much better. Put another 1 here, look. Then just a little bit of dark colour. Like that. And really, it's just a suggestion, that's all. I don't want to go crazy with this. In fact, I will add a hint of a warmer shade. I might put a little bit of brown in underneath 1 or 2 of those wings, just to bring it out a little bit. And there we are. And I am done, my friends. I'm fairly happy now with that. Quite happy. S. Conway. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. And next week, I'm definitely going to do a nice forest scene. But I do have one for Janice, which is on my Patreon page. I'm going to do her a lovely seascape sunset. So Janice, if you're watching, I will be doing your sunset, I promise. Do not worry, okay? But in the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Now I'm doodling. There's a couple of little things I want to doodle on my painting. And there's always a few, isn't there? Pop a little touch of pure white just here and there on some of those. Just in the centres of some of them. Do you understand what I mean? And we're done, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope I've simplified it somewhat for you. There we go. A nice shimmer. Now, one thing I might do, because it's just slightly annoying me, well, not annoying me, but I think this could benefit just by being softened in ever so slightly. Okay? It's just one of them things, you know, when you're finished the painting and you kind of look and there's something just not sitting right, and you think, Yeah, maybe I should just soften that ever so slightly and push it off into the distance a little. You know, there's always something like that in the painting. And I soften it at the horizon line right back. I think that's probably a little better. I won't overdo it, but just a hint. And I'm going to stop and leave it at that because I am doodling. I don't want to ruin it. So thank you so much, my friends. Let me turn this for you. I hope you've enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. That looks really nice. Very eye-catching. Nice little sparkle on the water. Okay, I maybe overdid the sparkle a little bit, but I can always just go back over that with some paint again, here and there, if I think it's overdone. But in general, I'm happy with that. It turned out pretty nice. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you so much for tuning in and thank you for subscribing. I will see you again next week. Forest scene. Lovely, rich colours of a forest scene. Alright, some leaves and foliage and all that kind of thing. So join me then. Until then, my friends, thank you, God bless and happy painting. I'll see you later.